As a child. What if the calmest, most cooperative children in the world aren't born that way but raised that way, through 7 quiet rules that shape a child from the inside out? In Japan, you'll see it in a crowded train, a busy restaurant, a preschool classroom. As a child. Children who wait, who share, who handle a no without falling apart. And it isn't strict discipline, it isn't luck. It's a handful of gentle everyday rules that build a child from within. Today Yumi will walk you through 7 of them. As a child. Each one simple enough to start tonight. And rule number 7 is the one almost every parent gets backwards, so stay with me to the end. These rules build on each other, so let's take them in order. Rule 1. Connect before you correct. As a child. Here's the mistake almost all of us make. The moment a child misbehaves, we go straight to the lesson. Stop that, don't do that, use your words. But a child in the grip of a big feeling can't actually hear any of it. Their thinking brain has gone offline. As a child. Talking to them in that moment is like knocking on a door when no one's home. Japanese parents tend to do something first. They connect. They get down low, to the child's eye level. They soften their face. Sometimes just a hand on the shoulder. As a child. Only once the child feels safe and seen do they gently address the behavior. There's an idea underneath this called ame, the sweet dependency a child feels when they know your love is a safe place to return to. When you connect first, as a child, you're topping up that security. Is a child who can finally listen. The shift is simple. Before the words, the connection. Kneel down, soften, a warm hand. Then, and only then, the lesson. As a child. You'll be amazed how much shorter the struggle becomes. Rule 2. Let them struggle, just a little. Watch a Japanese preschool, and you'll notice something surprising. When 2 children squabble over a toy or one struggles with a puzzle, as a child. The teachers often don't rush in. They watch closely, ready to step in if needed, but they give the child room to work it out. There's a word for this. Mimamoru, to watch over while protecting. Here's why it matters. As a child. Every time we swoop in and fix the small struggle, this is too hard for you. You need me. But when we stay close and let a child with something manageable, we send the opposite. This is hard and you can do hard things. As a child. That's how confidence is actually built. Not from being rescued, but from discovering again and again that they can handle a little more than they thought. Next time your child hits a small, safe frustration, pause before you jump in. Stay close. As a child. Let them try. The goal isn't to abandon them in the struggle, it's to be the calm presence beside it, while they find their own way through. Rule 3. Point to the ripple, not the punishment. When a child does something wrong, hits, grabs, as a child. Breaks a rule, most of us reach for consequences. If you do that again, you lose the toy, and that teaches one thing: don't get caught. But it doesn't build the thing we actually want, which is empathy. Japanese parents lean toward something different. As a child. They point to the ripple, the effect the child's action had on someone else. Look, when you grabbed that, your friend felt sad. Hitting hurts. See his face. The focus isn't on the punishment, it's on the person affected. Why does this work so deeply? As a child. Because it grows a child's ability to imagine how others feel. And a child who can feel what others feel doesn't need constant policing. Their own conscience begins to guide them, even when you're not in the room. Instead of leading with the consequence, as a child. Try naming the ripple. Point gently to the feeling their action caused. You're not just stopping a behavior, you're growing a kind human being. Rule 4. Be what you want to see. This one is humbling, because it asks the most of us. As a child. Children don't become calm by being told to calm down. They don't learn patience from a lecture on patience. They learn almost everything by watching us, and copying what they see. If a child watches a parent lose their temper in traffic, as a child. Sigh at every inconvenience, snap when frustrated, that becomes their template for handling hard feelings. But if they watch a parent pause, take a breath, and say, "This is frustrating, I'm going to stay calm," that becomes the template instead. As a child. Japanese culture places enormous weight on this quiet modeling. The adult sets the tone, not with words but with behavior. The calm home starts with a calm adult. Here's the honest, slightly uncomfortable shift. As a child. The next time you want your child to be calmer, more patient, more kind, ask first, am I showing them that, or just asking for it? Your child is always watching. Let them catch you handling life the way you hope they will. Rule 5. Small habits. As a child. Not big rules. Most of us try to change our children with big declarations. From now on, we always clean up before bed, and by day 3, the big rule has collapsed. Japanese parenting leans on something gentler and far more powerful. As a child. Japanese culture has a word for this. Kaizen. Tiny, dutifully to parenting. Instead of one giant rule, it's one small habit, repeated daily, until it becomes simply how things are. As a child. One toy put away before the door every single time. Hands washed the moment you come home. Small, consistent, unremarkable. Here's the magic. A child's brain learns through repetition, not through announcements. As a child. The behavior you repeat gently every day becomes automatic, wired in, no willpower required. That's how you raise a child who does the right thing without being told, because it's simply become who they are. Pick one small habit. Just one. Keep it tiny. As a child. Keep it daily and let it take root before adding the next. Slow is not the weak way to change a child. Slow is the way that lasts. Rule 6. Give them a real role. In many homes, as a child. We do everything for our children and then wonder why they seem entitled or uncooperative. Japanese parenting tends to do the opposite. From very young, children are given real meaningful jobs, watering a plant, carrying something at the store. As a child. Helping set the table. Not busy work, but genuine contributions to the family. Why does this matter so much? Because belonging isn't built by being served. It's built by contributing. A child who is trusted with a real role learns, I matter here. As a child. I'm needed. I'm part of this. And that sense of belonging is one of the deepest roots of cooperation. A child who feels like a valued member of the family wants to help keep it running. A child who only ever receives learns only to expect. As a child. The difference is a small daily invitation to contribute. Give your child a real job, something that genuinely helps, and let them own it, even if they do it imperfectly. You're not just getting help with the chores. You're telling them, you belong here. As a child. And you matter. And now rule 7, the one most parents get backwards. Repair, don't shame. Here's the truth no one tells us. You will lose your patience, you will snap, every parent does. What matters isn't being perfect. As a child. It's what you do next, and we mess up as parents. We tend to do one of two things. We pretend it didn't happen, or we drown in guilt and shame. Japanese culture offers a third way, hansei, honest. As a child. Gentle reflection without self-punishment. You look at what happened, you acknowledge it, and you repair calmly without anger. With a child, that repair is simple and powerful. You kneel down and you say, I got too loud earlier, and I'm sorry. As a child. Let's try again. That single moment teaches your child more than 100 perfect days. It shows them that mistakes aren't the end, that relationships can be mended, that owning your actions is what strong people do. And here's the part that gets missed. As a child. Every time you repair instead of shame, you're also teaching your child how to handle their own mistakes one day, without hiding, without crumbling. The repair is the lesson. When you slip, and you will, don't reach for guilt and don't pretend. As a child. Reach for repair, come back, reconnect, and try again. That's not failing as a parent. That's showing your child exactly how to be human. Let that sink in for a moment. 7 rules. Connect before you correct. Let them struggle a little. As a child. Point to the ripple, not the punishment. Be what you want to see. Small habits, not big rules. Give them a real role. And repair, don't shame. Notice what none of these are. None of them are about control. As a child. Not one is about forcing a child into obedience through fear. Every single one builds something from the inside: security, empathy, confidence, belonging. That's the quiet secret of Japanese parenting. You're not managing a child's behavior. Is a child. You're growing a whole person, one gentle, ordinary day at a time. You won't do all 7 perfectly, and you don't need to. Pick one, start there tonight. Let it become natural, then add another. That's how calm, confident children are raised. As a child. Not in a weekend, but in the small, steady choices that fill a childhood. If tonight you pick just one of these 7 rules to try, you're already doing better than you think. Subscribe so the next gentle idea finds you here in the quiet garden. As a child. And tell me in the comments. Which of the 7 will you start with tonight? Just the number 1 through 7. I read every single one. Take a breath. You're doing better than you think.